I get a fusion summon, you get a fusion summon, we all get fusion summons. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video is going to be my thoughts and impressions regarding the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh VRAINS, episode 56. And before I talk about the actual episode, I do want to take a moment to apologize for the late upload of this video. If you guys may or may not have known, there was a big delay with Crunchyroll. There was a maintenance on their server, so the actual episode with the subs came out about 11-ish hours after it usually does. So as a result, this video is probably going to be a day late by the time I have it all done and uploaded. So I do apologize for the late upload of this video. But with that being said, it did not take away from this episode being a great one. And so without further ado, let's talk about the episode. So the episode actually starts off with the beginning of Blue Girl versus Soul Burner. And Soul Burner knows this duel is going to be tricky for him unless he can get the first move. Because of course, Blue Girl still has her Trickstar deck, which if you guys may or may not remember, has the annoying ability to shave away your life points with every single move she makes. And although the damage is only minimal, it does add up significantly as the duel goes on. So to try to get the advantage, Soul Burner knows he has to go first, and he actually challenges Blue Girl to a pre-duel challenge, which is basically if you can fly to that rock formation first, you get the first move. And he's confident that he can win this race. So he races Blue Girl to it. But of course, a rock slide happens and Soul Burner ends up losing the race and ends up losing the advantage. So Blue Girl gets to go first. And of course, with her deck being built the way it is, she would be stupid not to make the first turn, and she does. And the beginning part of this duel, I'm not going to go through the play-by-play of the duel, because it's pretty similar to duels we've seen in the past from Blue Girl, or previously Blue Angel. She does use her Trickstar combo to break Soul Burner. He is already down to he's already gone through about half his life points before he even makes his first move. And this is because, of course, of the Trickstar's annoying pokey poke, 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 poke strategy. And so Soul Burner's at a huge disadvantage by the time he even makes the first move. And to make it worse for him, his skill, Burning Draw, you cannot use that in this duel. Well, he can, but if he uses it now, he is going to lose the duel because, of course, Trickstars are able to bring down his life points by 200 with each effect. And if he does that, because his his skill would drop his life points down to 100, so he'd automatically lose. So he can't use his skill until he ends up drawing a trap card called Firegate, which allows him to negate that damage. And that's where the tide of the duel starts to turn, is with that trap card. Now, as the duel is going on, Blue Girl is basically going on to say, I want to show you how I evolved. I'm going to show everybody how I have changed and how I've grown. And Ghost Girl is actually saying, I'll be the judge of that as she watches on this duel. And it appears at first this new powered up Trickstar deck is going to win, especially when Blue Girl brings out her newest card, her newest monster, a fusion monster. Surprise, Playmaker brought out a fusion monster in his last duel, so now everybody's going to have a fusion monster. Blue Girl ends up using Trickstar Fusion, which allows her to bring out this new monster called Trickstar Band Suite Guitar. And this fusion monster is the new cream of her deck, the new cream of the crop. Because Blue Girl's previous counterpart, Blue Angel, her deck's big problem was it would shave away your life points, but the monster's attack strength was relatively weak. So if you had a powerful monster on the field despite the life damage, if you manage to get a powerful monster on the field before your life points are burned out, she would automatically lose. And she learned that with Spectre. So now she's got these more powerful monsters that are able to boost up their attack strength. And it looked there for a while like Soul Burner was going to lose because even his ace, Salaman Great Heatlio, could not get through. And he did seem at first to be on the losing end of this duel. But Soulburner actually manages to pull out an amazing victory here when he, against what you would think would be better judgment, as a duelist myself, I'll speak to this. Everything in this duel was telling him, do not use your skill. Because if you lose your skill, or you use your skill, even with your trap card here, you really are putting yourself in a dangerous position here because of this new fusion monster. So common sense as a duelist is telling him, no, don't do it. But Flame basically finally turns to him and says, look, if you aren't going to have the courage and determination to use your skill, you're not my partner. And those words allow Soulburner to use Burning Draw to bring out his newest card, Fusion of Fire, which allows him to fusion summon his new monster, Salamangreat Violet Chimera, and that is what wins him the duel, because it goes through this insane power-up combo to 9,700 attack and ends up destroying Trickstar Band Sweet Guitar and ends up winning the duel for Soulburner. And with the duel won, Soulburner wins, but he actually goes to Blue Girl before she logs out and basically says, you're still the big heroine that saved Link Vrains. I'll always look up to you. You're a hero. And then we see, of course, Blue Girl log out. Now, when Blue Girl logs out, Ghost Girl immediately gets concerned about this. She goes to Soulburner and said, what have you done to her? And basically, Flame looks at her and says, she's logged out. Because if you guys remember their promise with Wendy told Playmaker and Soulburner, if these guys lose the duels, they're going to be logged out, they're going to be sent home. So Blue Girl's been logged out, she's now back home, and Ghost Girl is hesitant on what to do here, because at first, common sense is telling her she should duel Soulburner, but he's already weakened by Burning Draw, and he's in no condition to duel again. So Ghost Girl says, I'm not going to duel you. And so in exchange, Flame gives Ghost Girl a copy of the log out program that they had gotten from her in the first place. And of course, this being a copy, it's not going to endanger Soulburner's ability to log out. So with this given to Ghost Girl, she logs out. And at the very end, she makes an interesting comment to Flame and says, you're cuter than I, as she's logging out. And Flame is just like, with a massive blush on his face, he's like, she's a goddess. And Soulburner's like, you gotta be kidding me. And that's pretty much the episode. So like I said, this episode was really a duel that, I mean, the outcome was expected, but at the same time, it was still a very impressive duel. And I think it's safe to say that that battle with Spectre and the battle with the Knights of Hanoi have allowed Blue Angel, or now Blue Girl rather, to evolve into a new duelist fitting of the charismatic duelist profile. She's really come into her own, and this episode showed a lot of great development for Blue Girl, which is something we've been lacking here lately. So yeah, with all that being said, overall this episode, I'd give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. Really a good episode, although the outcome was already a bit foreseen. It was kind of interesting because in this episode we got two winners. We got a winner of a race and a winner of the duel. Unfortunately, it was a toss-up between who won the most. It was a tie because, I mean, while Blue Girl won the race, Soulburner won the duel. So, I mean, you gotta balance this out here. I think it was interesting that Vrains took the concept of, we've developed her, but we still have to make her lose, but in a way, we're still going to make her win, is essentially what this episode was, in my opinion. But with all that being said, like I said before, I give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. Really a good episode to watch. Really enjoyed it. And at the very end of this episode, we got a prelude into next week where, of course, Playmaker is going to go up against Bowman again. And I'm not going to get into that because the summaries for that were just unveiled and I don't want to spoil you guys. So anyway, with all that being said, in the comments section down below, let me know what you guys thought of this week's episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just there? What are your thoughts on all the duelists apparently now having the fusion summon ability? What are your thoughts on that? Because I'm not sure how I feel about it, to be totally honest with you guys. So I would really like your feedback. So as always, like I said before, leave your thoughts and comments down below. And as always, I enjoy hearing from you. All right, everyone. As always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.